Seriously, greed is massively strong. I need subs, send me donations and subs. Give me the money. Okay? I have a 10-year plan in a business degree. No budget can contain the money flowing from me, because I'm a bender, fam. I be dropping in G's. They got nothing on me. They got nothing on me. Buying statues, leasing beamers. Wow. I'm the most prolific of the streamers. Engaging a young bitch. Then I leave her. Shout out to Derek Loves Lemurs. I did nothing wrong. Maxed out 13 credit cards. Wasn't even trying hard. Credit the pandemic buried it with fun in the backyard. $500,000 fill time for an emergency. I got 2 big bills ready for school bleeding. What is the greatest nation? Donation. I'm crowdfunding. Wrote off my Xbox and PlayStation. What is the greatest nation? Donation. Like 100,000 hustling so hard. I can't take a vacation. I will make piece of receipts with my paper. Receipts, add your bot to a spreadsheet. Piece of shit. If LTG pays me 5 G's, then I'll show him my that goes and a private react contribute my tribute. No fucking chargebacks. Okay? Seriously. What is the greatest nation? Donation dash wanted intervention for tax evasion. What is the greatest nation? Donation evil winner. You owe me that bounty based on my calculations. And I paid for a very, very extravagantly expensive steak meal. The most expensive meal I've ever had in my life. I got the chair, the most expensive possible. This TV is pretty pricey, top of the line. I got paid for your stupidity. For your failed troll attempt, I made money. The most expensive vodka I've ever had was Grey Goose. Business class internet, the most expensive possible. I don't even want to tell you how much that was. That was the most expensive thing I bought. And that was exclusively supposed to be for this series. What am I gonna do, play with a fucking gun?
Bang, 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 bang.
Hello, everybody. It's your boy, Jordan. Fat motherfucker himself.
Dark Side Phil here. I'm back.
That's not my fault. This is low T. God. I can't even fucking do anything. What is this ugly ass nigga doing?
Let it be known, motherfuckers. Everything was right. Everything correct. I did nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Everything was right. Everything correct. I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. My nigga, I never failed the mission.
What?
I never failed the mission.
Okay.
Phil did it. He masturbated.
What?
Oh, the camera's on.
I don't even know.
I need your help and support. Pledge to pay, nigga. Pledge to pay,
Okay.
pledge to pay, nigga. Pledge to pay.
What?
10 years of my hard work trying to raise funds within the next several months to pay my taxes. These fucking trolls financially fuck me over every single fucking year.
It's not my fault. My fears on my nigga.
Everything was right. Everything correct. I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. Everything was right. Everything correct. I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong.
Run that shit back. Pull out your fucking car. Yeah, I'm fucking black. Run that shit back. Grab your balls. Swivel them around. Grab your cock. Swivel them around. You're just walking around with 2 nuts swinging in a cock. And you don't even realize what you got. Go be a sheriff or cop. You serve no purpose, nigga.
You're wasting time.
Black spook in America.
You feel me?
Obsessing over another man you never met. Black crispy sweat. Beat me in a sink.
Soon as I hop on way, niggas using the medic X on J. Okay. It's not my fault. Pussy ass on my nigga.
Run that shit back.
This dude's on straight.
Everything was right, everything correct. I did nothing wrong, I did nothing wrong. Everything was right, everything correct. I did nothing wrong, I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong.
Hello, everybody. What's up, everybody? I hope everyone is doing well. Hope you had a good day. If you worked today, hope it was a decent day at work. If you didn't work today, hope you enjoyed not working. But hello. From the bottom up, hello, Big Ups Chody Taint. Hello, Ender Dragon. Hello, Just Cause. Hello, Bro Cyrus. Hello, Tim Snake. Hello, who else we got in here? Not a ton yet. Hello, Sheer King. And hello, Sunny and Lefty. Big ups, everybody. And for anybody else I may have missed, what's up, Astral Orphan? Listen, I don't know if you all caught the podcast today, but I was listening to Raw Phil by way of WPIG/ALT Insider. What's up, Stray Fox? This was a special day, a special podcast. I've got a couple of announcements, however, before we get into it. The call-in show is coming back. Those of you who were here for early days of the Taken L's channel know that's... oh, you won bingo, Sonny. Big ups. I'll probably listen to bingo tomorrow. But yes, I am going to bring the call-in show back. It was formerly called The Roast in the early days of this channel. And now it's going to be called Troll Talk, and I'm going to be doing it. Half and half. There's a Discord method that I'm using for those of you who are in the Detractor Beam Discord server. I'll have a way of pulling you in that way, and I've also developed a non-Discord method for all of you non-Discord peoples. Oh wait, Devilish Face is here. Hold on.
Penis sniffing.
There we go. What's up, Devilish Face? I always do that for you. But big ups. We're gonna have the call-in shows come back, and I'm gonna do the first one this Sunday morning. So you're gonna have to wake up, but I'm gonna do it this Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, and I'm gonna keep it to one at a time style. So it's gonna be a situation where I'm gonna take calls one at a time. I'll have a way of getting in whether you're on Discord, whether you're not. So come back Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern style for the first installment of Troll Talk. It's going to be a lot more controlled. Should be fun. But that's really the housekeeping for the channel. The big thing that I've got coming up in the next few days is that. And in the next few weeks, remember, do your laundry. We are going to have a sock style stream with one left-handed individual that goes by the name of Lefty, a woman style person that goes by the name of Indrid Cold, a cat man that goes by the name of Snood, and also a documentarian that goes by the name of the Decepticon. So we're going to be doing a sock stream with those guys sometime in December. Probably in the next 2-3 weeks or so. So wash your socks, do your laundry on YouTube and Kick. That's right. Lefty and Ingrid are coming. That's right, Tim Snake. Lefty and Ingrid. That's right. And Snood and Decepticon. And maybe somebody else. I don't know. But those are the folks I've gotten to commit to the sock stream. Anyway, enough of my shameless plugging. Hope everyone's having a good day today. We've got stuff coming up. But we're going to just listen to the podcast at about 1.5 times speed. I didn't clip anything out. There's no need to. The entire thing's insufferable. The begging was off the charts. I have so many things to say about so many things he says. Let's get into it.
All right. Welcome to the show, everyone. Today is Thursday, the 21st of November, 2024.
I have so much to
I hope you're all
say.
doing well. And I hope that you're ready for a chill day, because let me tell you, the last 2 days were not chill. First, we had the premiere of Microsoft Flight Simulator that didn't work at all. Sitting on the game literally the entirety of the podcast trying to connect, and it wouldn't connect.
So we couldn't play, and on the fly we had to switch over to Call of Duty, which was laggy half the time and caused me to rage. So that wasn't the very ideal situation, you know what I mean? Pretty frustrating when you have all the hype and build up for a game that's supposed to be chill. You know, right now I'm playing a lot of stressful games. I would argue Call of Duty, Bloodborne.
I'm gonna stop right there. Already. Stressful games? What stressful games, dude? You play video. You sit on your ass and you ask people to give you money so they can give you more money. What stressful games, dude? This set me off like immediately. I've been playing a lot of stressful games lately. Okay.
And Street Fighter 6 are all games that cause big amounts of stress.
Still no notification? What the hell, YouTube? Well, big ups, Meth Bear. Good to see you. Friend of the show, the Meth Style Bear. I hope you're doing well today.
And, you know, frustration when you're playing them. I was looking for something in the rotation that would relax us, and then it didn't happen because Flight Sim didn't work. It just caused more stress, frustration, and anger. So
I mean, so he's conflating a few things. One, calling a stream relaxing can be a good thing. Like, you can have a relaxing stream. I would argue that a lot of Indrid's game streams, if you ever watch the female style streamers around here, so like a Kinda Sav and like a Indrid Cold, and even a left-handed style individual, and even me to an extent. If you watch any of us detractor people play games, we're pretty relaxed, we're pretty chill. But being relaxed and chill is only half of the equation. You have to give people a reason to stay, and you have to keep it entertaining. The thing that Phil doesn't add is any sort of entertainment value. Like, I generally boot up a stream to either learn something that I didn't know or relax, and Phil does neither of those things.
the good news is, in the last 48 hours, the game has been improved. And when I say that, what I really mean is, I think what very happened was,
What very happened was, okay. Are you stroking out, Phil? Are you stroking out? Like, what the fuck? What very happened was. He doesn't even say words.
Very silly. I think the servers were overloaded. The people in charge over at Asobo, which is the game company that made Flight Sim, did not want to invest the money and resources into it.
False. You are slandering these people that worked hard on this fucking game. As someone who has, I don't currently, but I worked in a job previously at a TV station. I've messaged DePastamaker in various Discord channels a lot about this, and DePastamaker will probably know exactly what I'm talking about. When you work in a job that's very hardware and software dependent, you can't plan for everything. And the thing that really kneecaps any sort of launch or change is scale. They do not have the scale to handle launch. Big ups Redbird, big ups Movie Sign, big ups Just Cause. But yes, you do not have the scale to handle launch. What he wants is, he wants all launch games to go without a hitch. You know how you would make a launch game go without a hitch? Have more servers than you need. But the issue is, Microsoft, even though they have a lot of server infrastructure, it costs them money every minute they're spinning up a server that's empty and that they're not using. So what a lot of game devs do, and what a lot of other companies, big tech companies, do on the data side is they do some forbidden math, some complex math. They make an estimate. They say, well, based on the performance of the previous game, in this case, they had a lot of performance data from Flight Sim 2020. They understood, roughly what they would need for an average day, or even, let's say, a launch day of Flight Sim 2020. To be honest, the game being fucked up on day one is a good sign. It's a sign of good things. It's a sign that they underestimated demand for the game, and that more people wanted to play the game than they had server space for, like a net positive. So nobody wants a bad launch. Nobody wants a rocky launch. But the thing is, technology costs being what they are, and things being as fickle as they are, you can't plan for everything. You're basically making educated guesses. And also, when has Phil ever done anything right, ever? When has he ever been in charge of anything that's been deliberately successful? I say deliberately successful because you could argue that he's lucked into success by accident. But he acts like he's some kind of savant who would know how to solve all these problems, and he's not. Yeah, well, NWO News says no excuses today with auto-loading, with auto-scaling and load balancing technology. Well, it depends. I don't know a lot about, excuse me, I don't know a lot about the back end of hardware and software, but I don't think it's as simple of an issue as load balancing when you have, whatever percentage of your processing being done in the cloud. I think it's more complex, and I can guarantee you that no one at Microsoft/Asobo wanted a rocky launch. Phil is just slandering these people.
To have a day one launch that was good. That's my guess. Like, they knew probably day one we're going to have twice as many players as ever, but we just don't care. We're not going to invest the money to have
yes,
have a good
Apache goatee.
People to give up,
he loves the loads.
And then just play naturally. I think that's ridiculous, disrespectful, unprofessional, quite frankly, criminal. You pay for
criminal. He says having a botched launch is criminal. Why? You didn't pay for it. You downloaded it on Game Pass. Fuck you, bro. You downloaded it on Game Pass, man.
Be able to play it, period. You buy any product, you're able to use it right away. You go to a restaurant, you're able to eat. When you play a game or buy a game, you should be able to play it. It's just a contract that you paid for, and it should be fulfilled.
Yeah, criminal like Tevin. That's a good point, Stray Fox. DSP likes to call people criminals. I don't know if DSP is aware of any of the Kino Casino bullshit that's going on currently, but you could argue that some of the acts that Andy Worski has committed while they were in Vegas were criminal. He was doing drugs, man, and he was doing against the law style drugs. So is Andy Worski a criminal? Is your boyfriend Andy Worski a criminal? Actually, yeah, by definition. Well, yeah, and before that, and good point. Good point. Talby, formerly Punished Lasagna, formerly Lasagna Cat, docs. I mentioned this in one of the Discord channels this morning. Someone mentioned that, or I think I mentioned it was me. That somebody was me. I'm going to shill myself for a second, but I mentioned in the Discord this morning that DSP loves to act like the past does not exist, but it doesn't exactly work when the past meets the present. Andy Worski is a very good example of that type of DSP cope. People were telling him over and over and over again when Kino was contacting him, listen, Andy and PPP are bad people, and they only want to use you. You had Dents reaching out, you had normies reaching out to Phil. Allegedly, there were a few detractors that reached out to Phil, kind of out of kindness, I guess. And they said, these guys are just going to use you. Andy's been on drugs. PPP showed his starfish on the internet to children. I'm not making any of this up. It's out there. Look it up. But people told him all this shit about PPP and Worski. And he said, oh, no, this is just, people trying to poison the well. This is my detractors. What does he do? Yesterday and the day before, he gets out there and he says, they're not my fucking friends. They were never my friends. Because DSP cannot cope with the rare case in which past events meet current events. He doesn't know how to square the circle that PPP and Andy are actually provably bad people in November of 2024, even though people told him in July of 2024 to avoid them. Because he's not used to those situations because he lives in such an echo chamber. But the thing is, it's really rich coming from him to moralize and say detractors are bad people when Worski and PPP have documented on the internet by many people, albeit some sources credible, some sources not, they have done bad things. They have done reprehensible things. Meanwhile, people like me who just stream and talk over this guy are ne'er-do-wells, criminals who should be locked up. Meanwhile, Microsoft Asobo devs are criminals? How does that make sense, dude?
But that is modern gaming.
Yeah, Meth Bear. Good. You had the words for it. He has no loyalty to anyone but himself. Hell yeah. He throws his wife under the bus. I will take this to my grave. He let PPP call Cat, his quote unquote fat bitch wife. And people told him over and over and over again that happened. They sent him the clip and he still went on with them. That's called being a cuck. Fuck that. I'm not going to say I'm sorry because I'm not sorry. If you go on a stream with a dude who called your wife a fat bitch wife and you don't call them out on it and there's no repercussions, you've cucked yourself to that person. You have. Absolutely. And PPP is a massive cuck. PPP is a terrible person, but both him and Worski are both cucks. That's documented. You can go on the fucking agricultural site. I would say take everything you see on the agricultural site with a grain of salt, but it's out there. Shinko went over it. What was it? Either this morning or yesterday morning. I don't know. I'm tired. I just moved. All the days are blurring together.
It's a release now, fix it later attitude, and I think that it's something in gaming that we need to work towards changing because things are just going to continue to get worse and worse unless we stand up for ourselves. All right. In this case, Flight Sim is a Game Pass game, so I'm able to play it today, and I didn't spend any additional money or whatever. I'm going to be honest. If perhaps this was a game that I bought outright, I might have refunded it.
But you can't refund it, and you know what? Microsoft has won. Phil has this so backwards. He thinks it's a W that he paid for Game Pass, so he doesn't have to or can't refund the game. No, dude, paying for Game Pass and playing a broken game is actually the most cucked thing imaginable because they have your money either way. They have either your monthly subscription to Game Pass or your yearly subscription. They have your money up front. And if anything, game subscription services incentivize shit like this to happen. What incentive do game devs have to polish their shit up at launch if they already either have your pre-order money or your fucking subscription money? So I canceled all that shit. I canceled all my fucking game subscriptions. No more EA Play, no more Game Pass, no more Ubisoft Plus, whatever the hell other one that was. I canceled all that shit. If you want a game, buy a game. And in times like this, if shit doesn't work, you have the power. Like, it costs more money up front, but you have the power to ask for a refund. Come on, man.
And that's on Microsoft/Asobo for having up his poor launch that wasn't up to snuff of what gamers should be, delivered when they pay for a game. Sorry, it's just a matter of fact.
Also, like, he likes to stand on a soapbox and act principled about game launches and stuff. It's a toy. It's a fucking toy, man. Video games are toys. And I'm sorry if I'm going to offend anybody, but fundamentally, video games are toys we play with. So if you're a 42-year-old grown-ass man and you don't have better things to do than bitch about a game, and I'm not just saying this about DSP. If you were on YouTube yesterday or this morning, all people were doing was bitching about Flight Simulator. And I was like, dude, don't any of these people at work, don't they have anything better to do? You're 40 fucking years old, man, complaining about your toy. Wait 24 hours. Come on, man.
So anyway, we are going to play it today. And the way it's going to work is, at first, I'm probably just going to try to figure out what's the better thing to do, because apparently this game has multiple modes now. Rather than just the guided tours or the free flight, there's also a new mode where you fly around and take photos, but it's weird because I think what they're expecting you to do is to land the plane and walk around, which is the first time you could ever do that in Flight Sim, but I don't know how to land the plane. So I don't think we're going to be able to. I think it's going to be
I don't know how to land the plane. Well, there's something called the tutorial, and there are multiple landing tutorials and challenges that teach you how to land a plane. I have not played Flight Sim probably since 2021, but I played a lot of Flight Sim 2020 when it came out. It was locked down. I bought a Cytec X52. I still got that stick. Well, I don't have it in this office because it's still in a box. We're still moving. We still have a bunch of our boxes in a storage room in this house. But anyways, I was really into Flight Sim 2020. I bought a flight stick, so I've been there. And I learned how to take off. I learned how to land the plane. I learned a couple of the startup sequences. He acts as though he can't learn how to fly the plane. The point is to learn and fly the plane. Wouldn't it be hype if he just spent a stream learning how to take off or learning how to land? That'd be fucking cool. A lot of streamers do that.
Or at good landmarks where I could just fly over them. Already people have asked me, how are you going to do it? Like, are you going to do it so that top contributor can pick where we go? Maybe we'll do that. Maybe it'll be like current top contributor on the stream picks our first flight.
Oh, Phil. And the thing is, like, the funny thing about his dents is they're always like, oh, Phil, how can we give money to you? How can you extract more money out of us? Let's come up with an idea for how Phil can squeeze more money out of us. Come on. Don't you love how his dents are always the ones insisting that he should be asking them for more money? It's fucked up, man.
Location. And then you tell me what it is, the location, or you tell me the coordinates. We can look at latitude, longitude. I think you can put that into the game. So we'll try to figure it out. All right, but it'll be fun. It's gonna be interesting.
This is like you guys in the chat are raising some good points. But one thing I wish we got was Phil playing Elite Dangerous. I bought Elite Dangerous when it was in alpha back in like 2014 or 2015. Whenever it was in alpha, I don't know. It was before it was on Steam. It's when you had to go to the Frontier development site, download it, use their fucking launcher. I didn't know much about Elite Dangerous other than it was a good looking space game. And there was dogfighting in it, trading. I was like, oh, cool. I like space games. I like to fly around. I did not know. I paid $50 and I did not know what I was in for. And I didn't understand that it was like a hardcore space sim that really didn't tell you how to do anything. And it was essentially a one-to-one recreation with the Milky Way galaxy. So I kind of said to my 24-year-old self at the time, I was like, well, you paid $50 for this thing. It's non-refundable because it's alpha in early access. Why don't you learn it? So I sat down for hours and hours and hours, learned Elite Dangerous, like legit learned Elite Dangerous, and it became one of my favorite games. And I made like legit real life friends on there. Amazing. So there, and I have to give a shout out to Iwamoto. If you're here, Iwamoto, big ups, dude. I was just chatting with Iwamoto in one of the Discord channels, and we were talking about, something to the effect of the game can, there he is. The game can be, the tedium of the game can be in itself its own reward. And that's really what I found with Elite Dangerous, because it took me, I don't know, probably 10 or 12 hours to really master the game, understand it to the point where I could play it for fun or play it for relaxation. But eventually I got there, and I got a pretty cool fucking wing of dudes that I used to fly with in that game.
For the membership.
We used to do trade runs together. I used to defend my friends when they were doing trade runs. It was fucking rad. All because I spent $50 on something and I forced myself to basically hunker down and learn it. I don't think Phil has ever really done that with a game. Ever. Even a game that he claims to play like at a competitive level like Street Fighter. Has he ever really done the Sigma male grind set in a game? I don't think so. But I think giving yourself over to a game and learning a game is very rewarding. Like, I think that's, in large part, that's probably why I got into Hitman as a child, because Hitman is very like trial and error, but once you understand the rules of Hitman, you can fuck around with the systems within the game of Hitman and do some really cool shit. And I really like to try and break system-based games apart and understand them. And that's something Phil has never done. And I think he's honestly worse for it. Some of the coolest streams I've seen are people who don't know a game digging deep and learning it kind of live on stream,
Active, fun, chill stuff. Basically, it's just me being
Big
an
ups,
air
Well
tourist.
Swayed, for the
All right,
membership,
so it's
by the
gonna
way.
be me being an air tourist, not
You're the best.
learning how to actually fly the planes or whatever. So I'm gonna need a
Well
basic
Swayed's been
understanding
here
for those who
forever.
play the
You
game
were
and
here
understand
since
it. I
like
will be
day
alone
one,
today
dude.
to figure out the basic controls just so I can actually fly the plane.
Oh,
and
big
do
up
fun stuff in
Sonny
game.
for
I'm
the
not here to
member
learn
bomb.
the massive ins and outs of flying. I just want to see the sights, as they say.
My
We
lord.
played this several years ago.
Thank you for the membership.
The reason it worked well is because we did tourism and people would basically like.
Thank you,
from that region
Sonny,
come on
for the
and be like, yeah, so
10
here we talk
member
about where I live and how
bomb.
it is and
Thank
what
you for the
this is, what
membership.
these buildings are and stuff like that. And it worked out really well, actually.
I appreciate you, brother.
A year and a day says I'm
Thank
on
you
the
for the
Series S.
membership.
Now I'm stuck on a screen that says customized identity. I've not even played the game yet. I get the feeling it doesn't work on the Series S, does it? For my wife, when
Thank
she
you
was
for the
trying to get it to
membership.
work 2 days ago.
When I was on my lunch break today, I was actually reading
for the
about
membership.
Flight Sim because I wanted to know performance. People are actually saying it works kind of fine
Thank you for
on
the membership.
Xbox. Like, people seem to be reporting less fewer
the
issues on Xbox than PC because Xbox is less dependent on the streaming
you
of
for the membership.
4K textures if you don't want it to. So it's a little bit less hinky when it comes to the cloud stuff.
Thank you for the membership.
So I think Xbox is fine.
She sat on that screen that we were on 2 days ago on the show, okay? And
Thank you for the
I had
membership.
to have it sit there for about an hour, waiting straight. Then it started to load, and it took about another 10 minutes to load.
I also really, on Sunday morning, I really want to see him play Stalker. I downloaded Stalker, I bought it. I have not had a chance to play it. Hopefully tonight, before I go to bed, I'll have like an hour to play Stalker. Oh, was that an invisible sip? What's up, guy with 2 names? What's up, dude? But I want to play Stalker. Probably tonight or tomorrow night if there's time. Because on Sunday, one of the things I want to do with the Sunday stream is I want to watch him. He will have played Stalker by then. There will be Stalker 2 gameplay out there of DSP. I want to know some stuff about Stalker 2 so I can watch him play. So we'll do that on Sunday. I'll do part of the call-in show on Sunday. So if y'all want to hop in the call-in show, I'll be streaming for a few hours on Sunday morning. I'll be drinking coffee. I'll be taking calls. It'll be a good time.
And then she was able to play. But since then, like yesterday, she played again, and it's fine.
What's up,
I don't think
Prophet?
The queue is a problem anymore.
How are
I think
you,
the problem
man?
is that the Series S just can't load it. Anyway, that's what I think. So yes, I'm excited for Flight Sim today. Sorry we couldn't do it 2 days ago. Today we're giving it a go, and hopefully it'll be a good time, a nice chill time for everyone. Now, what I like to do before we get to shopping per se, I'd like to talk about yesterday, because yesterday I did not have a first stream.
Hit
for
me
a
with
reason. It was already
yesterday.
pre-planned, and the whole thing almost fell apart. So allow me to tell you about my yesterday, okay? So
This fan segment, by the way, the fan spoilers, the fan segment we're about to see is what convinced me to boot up, because he gets really salty, but it's like a slow building of salt starting with the fan. What's up, Combaticus87? Welcome to the stream, dude.
on Tuesday night, I was streaming Bloodborne. As you know, I was playing and having a bad time. Like I said, I was basically all stressed out that day because there was no flight sim and everything was kind of going wrong. It was a Murphy's Law kind of deal. So as I'm playing Bloodborne, people are reminding me of hidden stuff and interesting stuff in the game. And
bro, what was stressful? You had to pick one game instead of another game. What's stressful about that? I just moved. That was fucking stressful. I didn't sleep for like 4 days when I moved. That was stressful. We had no plates. Oh my God. Moving is terrible, right? Because there's a few days when you move when like all your plates and shit are packed up. So my girl and I were going to the convenience store at like 10 o'clock at night to buy fucking paper plates. And I was like, who the fuck am I? Phil Burnell? Holy shit. Because our plates were all packed up. They were in boxes. We were eating like microwave dinners on fucking paper plates. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm Phil. So yeah, I moved last week and didn't sleep for like 4 days when we moved. But we're all good, we're all set, it's all fine. We're all fine. The house is great. It's amazing. It is a condo style house. We're taking good care of it.
as I'm playing it, I just keep dying and dying. It's like I get to Parl. And I'm doing well against Parl, except I don't have any healing items. There's no way I can beat Parl.
All right,
so
I don't care.
Healing items. So healing items. I'm like,
I
I'm
want
having
him to
a
talk about the
frustrating
fan.
time, Obviously. And then I said, all right, we're going to say goodnight or whatever. My power goes out.
Yes, the
I
power.
can't
Let's
shut anything
go.
down. The only thing that's still running is this light and this sign, because those two things are plugged into my laptop, and my laptop runs on batteries. So the laptop's still on, and those two things.
Wait, hold on. So he's plugging the Davoom and his ring light into the USB ports on your laptop. Why? Why do that? That's such an unnecessary drain on that battery / power supply. Just plug it in. Plug it into the wall, dude. Like, yeah, almost every small like desk accessory will be USB powered. I got a ring light that's USB powered. I got a whole ton of shit on this desk that makes this stream go that's USB powered. But I plug them into wall plugs, dude. Because I don't want to have to leave my PC on, or maybe I want to set lighting with my ring light without my computer being on. Come on, dude.
Everything else went off, and I realized
Also, USB ports on your system or on your USB hubs, whatever you got, they're precious, dude. Why waste a USB port on something you can plug into the wall? It makes no sense.
oh crap, earlier this year my battery backups died, and I never bought new ones. So I have surge protectors, so at least I'm covered.
It's not. So he's talking about a UPS, and a UPS is not a battery backup. I mean, technically it is, but you're not supposed to run your stuff for a long time on a UPS. The purpose of a UPS is so that you can shut down, so that you can, stop your stream, close everything out without a sudden cut. It's not a battery backup in the way that he thinks. You're supposed to run it for like 10 to 20 minutes until you're done doing the thing, and then you turn everything off. Because those batteries are not rated very well. They're not gonna power a computer for more than 20, 30 minutes, maybe. It's not a generator, dude.
There?
Yes, they're really good with flickers. Like I have I have my works. I have a work. I'm doing my wife thumb point. You guys can't see shit, but I have my corporate workstation set up in the corner to my right. I'm pointing at stuff you can't see, but all my corpo stuff is on UPS. We didn't end up taking my streaming UPS with us because it just wasn't holding a charge after we moved it. I don't know. I need to get another one. But ideally, you have all of your shit hooked into a UPS so that if the power flickers or anything goes out, your internet is not interrupted and whatever, and you can shut down. It's not a backup. It's not a. I'm Texberging and I need to move on.
But obviously, ideally, when you have PCs that are for business, you want to have battery backups. And I started scratching my head. I was like, oh crap. So I basically got to get myself some battery backups like soon. And I'm thinking,
like a battery backup would be like a Tesla wall array or like a solar array hooked into a battery array, Like that's a battery backup. That's not, yeah, it's guy with two names. It's not a generator. It's not contingent power. It's reserves so you can shut down,
The Black Friday sales are coming, or the Cyber Monday sales, so I'll probably be able to get a.
Yeah, no, don't worry about a visible dimwit. I'm looking at UPSs. I want to get a hefty one because the next thing on my office list is to build a NAS. I have to confess, I do not have network attached storage. I just have USB hard drives that I've been plugging and replugging to back stuff up. But it's time to be a big kid and it's time to build a NAS. So I'm going to get a UPS that can support like a pretty hefty NAS system until I got to shut it down. I know, Iwamoto, leave me alone. This is the first time I've been able to be in like a big real office space. I had an office space in the apartment, but it was like super small. This is like a real room. When it's done, I'll do a walkthrough video. It's not done. I basically have my streaming PC set up and nothing else. The office is nowhere near done. There's not even blinds in here, as I showed. There's fucking garbage bags on the windows until the blinds show. And fucking blinds, man. What's up with blinds? When you move into a new house, it takes them like a month to get here when you order new blinds. Holy shit.
Couple battery backups like over the course of the next week. One for my gaming PC.
But I will do an office
there,
walkthrough when it's finally done.
Capture desktop monitors, etc. And of course, I'm looking to buy a new streaming capture desktop. Hopefully next week.
I know USB drives. I'm filthy. I'm filthy, aren't I? Guy with two names.
Hopefully this didn't like destroy half of my equipment. You never know. And I'm like, what do I do? Well, I can't shut anything down. The
Ironcast night. So to derail about blinds a little bit, we moved into a brand new house. We're the first occupants of this house. Thus, there are no blinds anywhere in this house. None. Zero, because we're the first ones living here. So there's no blinds to inherit. I wish they only cost $1,000. You don't know how much blinds actually cost until you gotta figure out a solution for the whole house, pretty much. I wish it was only $1,000. I wish. But Phil saying one set of blinds is $1,000 is a lot. We're spending a few $1,000s to basically get shades in the whole house, but we're furnishing a whole house with blinds here. That makes sense. But him saying that like every set of blinds is $1,000 is a lie. So
properly, all the power's out. Let me just go grab flashlights. So I'll go around the house grabbing flashlights. Luckily, my wife and I are ready for this. We have a lot. We have 2 handheld flashlights. We have an emergency light / radio. We have a big like lantern-like light.
No, we don't. Ender Dragon, we do not need dents to fund our move. You know why? Because we saved money for the move, and we made this thing called a budget where we put money aside and we said, how expensive is this move going to be? And how expensive is it going to be to move into this house? And we saved and saved and saved and saved until we hit that number. And then we moved. So no begging necessary. And we're not maxing 14 credit cards either. Yeah, proper adulting. That's right. That's right. Basically, we set a budget for moving and house expenses, and we have not exceeded that budget yet. So,
and then we have a bunch of battery powered candles that already we run every night for just for decoration, home decor, but those turn on automatically at night anyway. So we have a million things we all pull out and we start, so we can see. And we're like, so what are we going to do? We start thinking, we're like, well, number one, don't open the fridge, right? Leave the fridge
It's
closed.
WWE Champions time.
Except rolls. I'm going to buy rolls.
Thanks for the
don't use
support.
this for blinds, get better storage.
The turkey, the sides,
Don't
everything.
use this
if
for
this thing
blinds.
falls, we lose our entire
Get better
Thanksgiving meal and have to
storage.
start
I
from
will.
scratch.
So, guy with 2 names, for real. UPS is like next on my list to place an order for. I can't decide. I'm being indecisive about the UPS, but thanks for the $1.99, man.
Also, we're trying to think like, what were we doing? What do we need to do for the end of the night? So we're rushing around in the house in the dark. Basically, this happened around like 9:45 p.m. And we just kind of hung out and talked a little bit after. We're like, what are we gonna do? Like, well, honestly, what is there to do? Everything we do is on our phones, and so we're trying to use our phones. And of course, it can't connect to the internet. But
UPS, it is. Well, it's called. I've heard it called 2 things. Some people refer to it as an uninterrupted power supply, which is basically a giant surge protector with a battery attached to it. And the reason why it's uninterrupted is when the power goes out, everything attached to that power supply will still be powered during the surge via the battery. So it keeps your stuff from shutting down if the lights flicker. Very useful. Everyone should have one. To get good ones, they are on the expensive side. You're gonna if you want a decent one, you're gonna be paying probably a couple hundred at least. But you can spend $1,000 on a UPS if you really want to. I'll probably get a decent but affordable UPS, and I need to spend some money on a NAS. I also can't decide what I'm going to do for my NAS solution. So if anybody has pointers or tips for that, hit me up, because I can't decide.
You connect to the satellite internet from the phone service, but it's incredibly spotty. Like, sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. Like, I was able to get on Twitter or X and YouTube and post, hey guys, so my internet went out. There's no way I can upload tonight. Enjoy the archive stream, and I'll let you know when I have updates. And that was it. Like, I couldn't post anything else because it kept crapping out on me. So I couldn't actually consistently do anything on the phone.
Literally, though, like
well,
this will show like what I've been through in my life. When I used to live in Connecticut and I could only afford the shitty internet they had where I lived in Connecticut, I used to go to the library. Oh, thank you, Iwamoto. Yeah, I need advice on a NAS. I don't have any experience with network attached storage, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know, Sonny. I could just build one. It's not that hard to just buy the hardware and build the NAS. But I'm being indecisive. But thank you for the few of you guys who have offered to hit me up. But anyways, DSP's talking about not being able to upload stuff, right? This shows what I've been through in my life when I had shitty internet back in Connecticut. I used to go to the library. I used to literally go to my town public library with a USB thumb drive, log into YouTube on the library's computer when they had fucking gigabit internet, and I had like 5 up. I think I literally, when I was in Connecticut for a time, I had 5 up. So it would take forever for me to upload anything. So I'd go to the library, get a coffee, read a book, and upload some videos. So I am, yeah. You guys are giving me a whole ton of storage solutions. Big ups. I appreciate you all.
I guess we're just gonna go to sleep. That's what we did. We went to sleep early, but overnight.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Okay, guy with 2 names. This is how I know you're a fucking real one, dude. Because you hung out in the library in the summer, and I did that exact fucking thing. In the summers when it would get hot, before I had like air, because I grew up in a house where we didn't really have air conditioning. We didn't. Air conditioning's expensive. My family had enough money, but not a lot. My mom would say, you can go to the library today or you can go to the pool, because the pool cost like $2 to go, so it was cheap, and the library's free. So if you're too hot in the summer, go to the library. Big ups, guy with 2 names. I knew you were good people.
Jasper Kitty here wakes up at 6 in the morning for no good reason. We can't even figure out why. There's no noise or anything. We don't know why he's up. But he wants to get up at 6 in the morning. He's pawing the door. We're like, oh, no. So we let him out.
Oh, you built one from a mini PC. Oh, that's what. Oh man, I fucked up.
That's right.
I got too excited. We'll skip around. You built one from a mini PC. That's right. I could literally just get like a thin client and yeah, or like an old laptop.
How many would that be?
I skipped a whole ton of shit. He was talking about the power.
Okay. All right. So now we have 2 segments to get, different, sometimes holiday cordials, flavored.
I skipped around. I got too excited.
On the schedule. All right. Okay. My favorite streamers play it, and they're not having any issues besides. It's going to be the premiere of Stalker 2. So tonight we're going to cover it. Time put them together today and decide which, a driving video game that was that real. What you mean? That we had for over the years, and they both busted. So toss those in there. So much stuff. Bags of trash. All yellowish. How they call it, like that soft, yellow light. And then basically a bunch of battery-powered candles.
Okay, here we go. Got it. We're back.
Decoration, home decor, but those turn on automatically at night. Anyway, so we have a million things we all pull out and we start.
No.
What are we gonna do? We start
Astrodontist.
Right? Leave the fridge
Astrodontist. Guy with 2 names has my protection.
This weekend. But outside of that,
so I want to clear the air about Guy with 2 names right now. There's mutual trolling, I'd say, between myself and Lefty and guy with 2 names. There's been mutual trolling ever since there's been a Taken L's channel. But deep down, Guy with 2 names is a great guy, and he has 2 names, so he has my protection.
The turkey, the sides, everything. If this thing thaws, we lose our entire Thanksgiving meal and have to start from scratch, which would obviously be frustrating.
Do you know how long it would take for a turkey to thaw from a deep freeze? A while. Like 24 to 48 hours.
Also, we're trying to think, like, what were we doing? What do we need to do for the end of the night? So we're rushing around in the house in the dark. Basically, this happened around like 9:45 p.m. And we just kind of hung out and talked a little bit after. We're like, what are we going to do? Like, well, honestly,
I love this part coming up.
What is there to do?
You guys don't know what I'm talking about. You guys don't know what I'm talking about.
Connect to the internet, but you can connect to the satellite internet.
God, I look pale in this lighting. Oh, I am pale.
Like,
who cares?
Sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. Like, I was able to get on Twitter or X and YouTube and post and say, hey guys, so my internet went out. There's no way I can upload tonight. Enjoy the archive stream, and I'll let you know when I have updates. And that was it. Like, I couldn't post anything else because it kept crapping out on me. So I couldn't actually consistently do anything on the phone. We were like, what are we gonna do? Well, I guess we're just gonna go to sleep. That's what we did. We went to sleep early, but overnight, Jasper Kitty here wakes up at 6 in the morning for no good reason. We can't even figure out why. There's no noise or anything. We don't know why he's up.
I know, Astrodontist. I was being hyperbolic too. No worries, dude.
We let him out. Probably he had to use the bathroom. Just it's weird because usually he doesn't have to use the bathroom in the night like that. And then basically,
You live with a cat that shits in a box. Why are you keeping him in the bedroom at night? Like, why? You shouldn't keep Jasper in the bedroom at night unless that's where the box he shits in lives. Like, okay, I'm gonna be a cat guy for a minute. We just moved in here a week ago. We've got a cat with us. Her name is Rosie. She lives in our master bedroom. That's where she lives. We're not done setting the house up yet, so we don't want to let her out. Guess what? Her litter box is in the bathroom that's attached to the master bedroom. At no point is she separated from her litter box by a door. As a result, we've been here for 9 days. We've never had to worry about her shitting anywhere except for her litter box. Taking care of a cat is very basic. A cat will be fine and content if you don't put a door between their food and where they shit. It's not very hard, Phil.
You know, we wake up at 9 in the morning, which is around the time when normally, on a day off I would get up, and everything's still out. So basically the power's been out around 12 hours now. And we're like, wow, are there any updates? And I'm keep checking because when the power goes out, we get a text from our power company and they say, text status for updates. I kept texting status, no update. It just says, oh, we're working on it. Oh, we're working on it. Literally no update at all. So how am I to know if or when this thing's going to be working or fixed? Like, you don't know anything. It's messed up that they did it like that there's no updates on anything going on. What's up, Jade? How you doing today? Good morning, Jade.
Because they can't, like those updates you get from like the internet company or the power company when you have service outages. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret, because I have a friend who used to work for the power company, and I asked him about this. He used to work for the power company that I am a customer of now, and he literally said, whenever you get a restoration update, it's bullshit. The only reason restoration text updates exist is to make people feel better and to stop people from calling the power company. Literally, only thing you can do when the power goes out is wait. Just go to sleep. Go to sleep, have sex, read a book, whatever you have to do. But do not call the power company. Do not text them. It doesn't make anything go faster, because there are physical electricians, linemen that have to go out and fix whatever's wrong. You texting them is not going to get it to move faster, Philip.
And thank you, Frank, for the super chat. I'll shut that out in a bit. So, it's now almost 10 a.m. We're like, well,
correct.
Might as well get up and start
It's
doing stuff. My wife took
impossible.
a shower. I'm like, we don't know how much hot water we're going to have.
Cannot insert penis into vagina. It's impossible. Impossible.
You know, I don't know how much is in the heater, how many showers. So she took a shower. And just as I'm getting up and trying to get ready for the day, the power goes back on. And I'm like, oh.
And dude, like, we live in a brand new condo. Like literally, condo was finished October 21st. They literally finished this condo that I'm sitting in October 21st. We got the keys to it on October 30th, and we started moving in the week of the 8th. There is construction 100 meters to my right. Literally. So the power goes out and flickers and stuff all the time during the day here because there's an active construction site out my window. They're building another row of homes out my window. So whatever shit they're doing, it's making the lights flicker. It's pulling too much current, you know, whatever. The lights will flicker for a few seconds, but that's not the power company's issue. Like, when the power goes out, you just gotta wait.
That's good. And it's a good thing, obviously, I wasn't going to stream yesterday because that probably would have thrown everything out of whack. But then I realized something. I was like, wait a minute. There was a reason why I wasn't streaming on the day stream yesterday. The electrician is coming.
Oh, yeah. Guy with two names. Yeah, the punch list. We did the punch list with the contractor. We have a great contractor, by the way. Great builder that built our house. He's an awesome guy. He has helped us with everything we've asked about. Amazing.
To install the ceiling fan. Now, how would he have done that if there was no power, right?
Your power was up for 18 hours, Redbird?
So anyway,
really? Holy shit.
I checked my phone, which now is down to like 12% charge because I couldn't charge it overnight. And I get a text, hey, the electrician's on the way. I was like, whoa, well, I got to get moving because he's going to be here. So I ran downstairs and I made a coffee and I made my breakfast burrito and I ate it. And I'm not even kidding. The final bite. And then I take my plate and I'm rinsing the plate off.
You know what else is good? This just occurred to me. It doesn't apply to Kat and Phil, But you know what else is good when the power goes out? It's good to have friends. You know, friends in town, in the local area. You can call them. You could be like, hey, is your power out? Phil doesn't have any of that shit. He's got neighbors that he like occasionally talks to. It'd be nice if Phil had someone he could talk to about this, but it just seems like him and Kat were sitting and texting the power company. What a weird existence.
It's like, wow, what timing. So scoot the table over, and the good news is we now have ceiling fans both in the office, which I've had for the week, and downstairs in our dining room. The dining room fan is great. It is like way better than this one. This is supposed to be a basic fan for a small room. I don't need crazy features.
I remember that, the controversy, Sonny, when Ted Cruz went to Cancun during the Texas ice storm.
Yellow light, all the way up to like the brightest bright LED white daylight. So depending on what you're doing and what color light you want, you can change it around. Then it has a full dimmer, so you can have it go insanely bright all the way down to like very low kind of like background light. As for the
3 days is a lot, Astrodonis. Like I live in New York. We get storms here, and like power goes out. We've lost power for 2 days here in this local area. Like shit gets fucked up because nature's nature, but 3 days is a lot.
And so it has 6 different speeds. I've never even seen a fan like a ceiling fan with 6 speeds before. Even back in the day when my parents had good ones.
6-speed fan. Yes.
It has a special mode. That
okay, I don't care anymore.
Direction, so you can either have it blasting air down.
We're skipping.
That's pretty cool. Renovation. We actually have a shelf.
I've got about another hour, and I want to get into the truly unhinged shit.
Basically, it looks like power's been restored everywhere. Blue sign, electric sign for a business. You just go in.
Whatever. Whatever.
Well, tough shit. Right. Which you could like reprioritize. Human run done. It was frustrating.
Okay, there was a bit where he talked about like the public works not working fast enough. Whatever.
Anything. What? Play poker. I knew how to play.
Oh, this one. Yeah.
Frank. Okay, gotcha. You might. And Game Ticker said 199 super chat from Frank.
Here we go.
So I'm gonna put Game Ticker up on the leaderboard. And Game Ticker says, Did you ever learn a real life skill from a video game?
Listen how he answers this question.
World first.
It's dented.
First contribution of the day. Thank you, Frank. Okay, gotcha. All right. So have I ever learned anything about real life skills from a video game? I don't know. Like, what would you do realistically in a video game that you would apply to real life? Besides maybe like, I don't know, like a virtual card game or something, but I knew how to play poker. I knew how to play blackjack. I knew how to play all that stuff.
I mean, he's taking it too literally. Like, the odds of you learning an actual skill in a video game are slim because it's a video game. Video games do not translate to real life. There's a lot of people that think, squeezing a trigger on a gun is the same thing as squeezing a trigger in a video game. It's not. Like shooting a gun in a game and shooting a gun in real life, that doesn't translate at all. That's why like these people who say that video games cause, violent shootings or whatever, I think they're wrong because there's no equivalency to those two. But video games can give you like a heightened sense of certain things. Like an example I gave in one of the Discord channels was like, again, I talked about it earlier, me having to play Elite Dangerous, like forcing myself to play and learn Elite Dangerous. Guys, I'm a shitty driver. I don't know if you guys know. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm a shitty driver. I hate driving. I'm not good at it. But I became a better driver because Elite Dangerous commits to you flying these giant ships in first-person perspective, and you gotta know where your ship is relative to other ships and space stations, and you gotta dock that ship through a tiny space station hole. So you can learn certain principles. Like I learned a lot about spacing and spatial stuff through Elite Dangerous. Games can teach you about managing money and finances to an extent. Like city builders can teach you that stuff. You can learn a little bit about diplomacy or history from games. There's a ton of shit you can get an idea about from games. He's being so reductive. He's thinking about the question in terms of, oh, what thing did you play a video game and then know how to do after playing the video game? And like that's not what the question is. well, it is what the question is, but really a good way to answer the question is that like video games can give you the idea of a skill or maybe a soft skill that you may be able to translate over to something else. It's not that deep.
Before I ever did it in a video game. So I don't know. I'm really not sure if I ever did something in a game first and then applied it to real life.
Oh yeah, that's right. He does say he played Flight Simulator and Snakes on a Plane. That's right.
As opposed to simulating things from real life in a game, perhaps? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I can't recall. I can't say no. It's possible, but nothing's popping into my head. Yeah, Jason says, yeah, I learned lockpicking from video games. Exactly. You're not going to learn an application like that from a video game. If anything,
no, you kind of like lockpicking specifically because I know how to pick locks to an extent. I'm going to give you some Logan lore, by the way. I know how to pick locks, at least basic locks, because is he still alive? I don't even fucking know. But I either had or have a shady uncle on my dad's side. Real shady, real shifty guy. He bought me a book about lockpicking and a lockpicking practice set when I was 8 years old. And I read that book and I used that set so I could pick like basic locks. But yeah, I mean, you can't learn lockpicking from a game, but you can learn about concepts. Like you can have an understanding of what things may look like or feel like in a game. He's being so reductive.
There definitely are certain games where you can maybe pick up some skills.
Oh, that's right. We did watch Job Simulator. He didn't learn shit. Pick up some merch, by the way. Merch, I will hit you up. I will hit you up tonight. I gotta tell you something in DMs. I'll hit you up tonight.
For example, if you actually bought a real driving sim, we're not talking arcade racer, but like a game that's a driving sim, and you actually were driving in certain cars, perhaps you could learn a little bit about how that car would handle. You know what I mean? Because it's supposed to be a sim of the real experience of doing
everybody's
it.
Everybody's got that shady uncle who does some extra legal shit, or maybe it's just me. I had an uncle who's basically a con artist. I don't want to get into it more than that, but I had an uncle that was basically DSP, but instead of like online grifts, he did like real life, like talking to people out in the world kind of grifting schemes. So he was the one that bought me a lockpicking book and a lockpicking set. So like he is very much like DSP because he was a bartender, right? And he lived in North Jersey. And my dad used to say, if you want to know, what did my dad say? My dad used to say, Logan, your uncle is the best bartender in North Jersey. Just ask him and he'll tell you. So my family's cool, but everybody's family is kind of weird, you know?
In the car driving, but I mean, I learned how to drive ever before I played
That's right.
Video game that was that
Guy with two names knows. The cool uncle is usually shady in some kind of way. Yeah. Well, he'd show up at family functions with a different lady every time. And he gave me lockpicking shit. So big ups, uncle, I guess.
So I don't know. Sarah says I learned a lot about dating simulator. That's incredibly disturbing, actually, to hear. I don't want to hear that. And Darcy says you learned how to do a real life Blanca ball. Well, that is true. And every once in a while, when I'm walking down the street and I see someone who just, they give me like the evil eye, I just grab them, spin them upside down, and do a flying spin pile driver in the middle of the concrete.
It's funny. I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this the other day because my mom was here because we just moved in. So my mother came to see us. She wanted to see the house. She hadn't seen it yet, and she was talking about my nephews. She's like, "Oh yeah, we'll see. You can see if like your brother and your sister-in-law and your nephews can come, in a few weeks or whatever. Like whatever's good for you guys." And then I thought about it. I was like, "Am I the weird uncle? Is Uncle Logan the weird uncle? Probably. I'm their only uncle because it's just my brother and me. So I'm their only uncle. But am I the weird uncle? Am I the shady uncle? I don't think I'm shady, but I'm definitely weird. I think I am the weird uncle, guys. It's a problem.
Side of those,
I should just next time I talk to my nephews are 8 and 9. Next time I talk to my nephews, I'll ask them Be like, am I weird? Am I weird? They'll probably say, well, one of my nephews is nice, and he'll probably say no, and then the other one is a little shit, and he'll say yes. But I love them both. That's right. I do. You know what? I guess I am shit. Am I shady by definition? Because I make fun of this guy at night, which is shady, a little weird, right? And I know how to pick locks. Yeah. I guess I am that shady uncle. I guess because I do weird shit on the internet at night that I can't really talk about to most people I talk to. Yeah. Wow. Shit. I am the shady uncle.
So all that being said, that's what's been going on with me. Hope that sounds good. Thanks for the super chats, Frank and Game Taker. First contributions of the day. So shall we? That's right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring everyone's attention to the streak, which continues at 75. I'll be honest. I thought the streak would end this week. I thought either.
All right, here we go. Here comes the begging.
Last night's Street Fighter stream, we're going to be the end of it.
I know. That was like a genuine self-discovery.
So thank you to everyone who attends the streams, watches the content, and supports.
I've been thinking about it since Sunday because my mom was here on Sunday.
Video if you watch it on demand. Yeah, if you're a watcher on YouTube and you only watch on demand and you cannot attend the live streams, you can do a super thanks on a monetized video that shows up.
No. This is seltzer water. This is bubbly.
Or you could also
this
is like 24/7, always going.
This is bubbly.
All over my YouTube channel here in the related links. You could use
the chroma key is keying it out, but no, this is bubbly.
Check the description of the stream either on YouTube or Kick, or if you're on Kick, you can check the About panel on Kick. That has the link. So please consider contributing. Everything counts towards today's goal. And
what's up, Len?
Super chats.
How are you?
Super stickers. Memberships, gifted memberships, subs, gifted subs, and tips. Right? Pretty awesome. Thank you all for all this and continuing the streak. I appreciate it very, very much. And excuse me.
Yeah. So Ender Dragon, thank you for pointing that out. One of my weird hangups is how DSP talks. He will always preface begging with "I'll be honest," and I know like ALT says it all the time. He says, Phil will say I'm being honest if he's being serious. And like Phil has said this, but I actually think that there is something a little bit more malicious when he says I'll be honest. Because think of a child, right? And think of how you would talk to a child. If you're trying to give them, difficult news, and you want to soften the blow a little bit, you might say, "No, Johnny, I'm gonna be honest with you about this, and I need you to be honest with me." When you are telling someone you're going to be honest with them, you are giving them less permission to be angry at you. Because if Phil says, "I'm going to be honest, I need your support," and then someone gets angry at him, he'll just say, "What? You're going to fault me for being honest? You're going to get upset with me for being honest?" Narcissists do this all the time. Narcissists will say, "I'm going to be honest with you, I need money." And then if you say, well, what the fuck is that? I don't have any money to give this to give to you this week or whatever. They'll say, "Why are you yelling at me? I'm just being honest." That is like a I don't know what the calm term is, but he's basically like setting up for a deflection that if you push back on him, his escape plan is going to be, "Yeah, but I told you I'm being honest." So I actually think, though the "I'm just being honest guys" thing is kind of funny if you think about it in the context of Phil, it is very malicious the way he does it and very manipulative, by the way.
Today, we are going to look at smash burgers. We have two options because I looked into it. And sadly, there are
Trayan, yep, that's what I was trying to say, but my tired brain couldn't say it. He's setting up a guilt trip just in case.
Okay.
Yes.
I wish there were more, but there's not. There's only two places. And we'll look at them together today and decide which one I want to do tomorrow. Because if we hit the streak on this stream, tonight's PS Politics stream, and tomorrow's date.
Just decide. This annoys me so much about him. He's going to buy the food he wants to eat anyway, no matter what anyone says. But he likes to act like he's being this like interactive guy. Just buy the fucking thing. Like, I've eaten food on stream before. I've consumed drinks on stream before. I don't ask what you guys want me to eat or drink on stream. I just say, "Yeah, I'm eating a slice of pizza on stream," or "I'm drinking this on stream." I just do it. And that's it. Decide one thing for yourself, Phil. One. Come on.
Time stream. we're ordering Smash Burgers for DSP Tries It for the first time ever. That'll be very exciting to try out. So, shout out to Huge Vape Cloud over on Kick who just gifted a sub. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, Meth Bear, that's probably it, right? Because the average person was like, when you're trying to break bad news to someone, or you're trying to give someone a little bit of tough love, you'd say, I'm going to be blunt. You wouldn't say, I'm going to be honest. You'd say, I'm going to be blunt with you. Because he probably views this as some kind of twisted tough love. When he has to ask his audience for money like this, he views it as tough love. And it's like, well, I'm just doing it for the good of myself, the good of you, and the good of the channel. Because if you like me and you want to keep watching me, it is you who has to step up and support. So in his own weird, fucked up, narcissistic way, maybe this is tough love. It's fucked up, man.
You're the first contributor over on Kick today. Let's get you on the leaderboard. Thanks for the gifted sub. That counts as a $5 contribution, so thank you so very much there.
Correct. Correct. Pyroclastic. That's my thought on it, so he can kind of brush it off if people push back. Absolutely.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, and by the way, it was Bin Packer who got it. Congrats, Bin Packer, on getting an extended sub over on Kick. Because what's happened is a lot of those gifted subs from the first month are expiring now because the month has been up. I've now been streaming on Kick for over a month. So now people getting the renewals, right, and earning those silver crowns.
Yeah, but you're averaging 40 viewers on Kick. So if somebody gifts, 50 subs, you've got more subs than viewers. And I know unlike YouTube, Kick encourages and incentivizes you to have more subs than viewers, but come on, man. It does, doesn't it?
Live. In a few moments, we'll look at Smash Burgers together. Okay? Frank just did a second super chat. Says Stalker 2 when? Well, since you're jumping ahead, Frank, shall we do the schedule? Shall we review the schedule so that everyone knows what's going on?
I want to play Stalker 2.
So, here's the deal.
I was going to play Stalker 2 tonight, but this made me upset.
Microsoft Flight Simulator, which should have been on Tuesday, but what can you do? It didn't work. Now it works, and we're going to play it today on stream. And like I said, perhaps what we will do when we begin with the game is top contributor actually picks the first place we fly, and then we go there, and then the next top contributor, etc. Maybe that's what we do. The top contributors get to choose where we're flying. And
Here we go.
Okay.
This is where it gets really bad.
So that's today, and then tonight on the late stream, it is time for DS Politics to continue. Now hold on a second, because this is the old intro.
No.
But for tonight, for episode 2,
Let's go back and look at this. This looks like troll art. I swear this looks like troll art. It's no, this is troll art.
But for tonight, for episode 2, I actually have a new intro for all of you, and I hope that you'll like it. I think it's going to be great, and you guys will enjoy it. Yes.
Yeah, Luna's Royal Guard. The thing, and I love the Stalker games. I put dozens of hours into all of them, except for 2. I have not played 2 yet. Stalker hates you. Stalker is one of those games that does not care if you succeed or not. It goes on without you. Stalker could care less if you're even in the game or not. And DSP hates games that do not wrap themselves around the player.
So that's tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific time, exclusively on Kick. That's kick.com/DSP Gaming Real. It is not on YouTube at all.
But I'm excited for Stalker.
Only on Kick to bring an audience over there, all right? So, what topics will we discuss tonight? I've got 4 big ones and a few fast ones. For example, the big ones. We'll be covering RFK Jr., who very soon will be kind of the person in charge of the health of the country.
RFK, big ups.
Fruit Loops,
big ups, I guess.
The story. We'll also be talking about the Ukraine war heating up with missiles being deployed and money being forgiven. Oh boy. We're also going to talk about Trump derangement syndrome and how since Donald Trump won the 2024 presidential election, we've had people going absolutely crazy about it, literally.
Literally.
And then lastly, we're going to talk a little bit about my local situation. As you know, I live in a suburb of Seattle, Washington. And I tell you guys all the time about crime and stuff out here, but a lot of people don't really get it. So tonight we're going to cover it because I'm going to talk about...
I don't know, dude. I just moved out of a city that had way higher crime than Seattle, by the way. And I was fine.
Several different news stories about how literally in 1 week, the craziness that has happened here in my area where I live, your jaw will drop when you hear some of these stories. Okay? And then to end the show, we're going to have a few like turbo stories, a few mini ones. So there's a lot of content to cover and a lot of ground to cover on DS Politics tonight. Again, 7 p.m. Pacific time, exclusively on Kick. I hope you guys will join me for it. It's going to be a good time. All right?
Dude, Tran, you're probably similar to me where you like a little jank in your games. I fucking love that Euro jank, man. Give me that fucking Euro jank. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Good point,
so
Len. It'd be very
that's
fun to
tonight.
hear about
Tomorrow,
the grocery
we're gonna do
bags.
a level 1 podcast. When we hit the goal, we're going to order our smash burgers for delivery to do DSP.
Here we go.
And it's going to be the premiere of Stalker 2. Yes, I'm going to give Stalker 2 a chance. Yes, I've heard it's one of the most buggy games ever. In fact, people are comparing it directly to the launch of Cyberpunk 2077. I would say, the difference.
Yeah, that's kind of where I land on it, Talby. To be perfectly honest, that's kind of where I land on it. I just moved out of last week a pretty, I'd say a small to medium sized city in New York, and the shit that I would physically see going downtown, not hear about. That the thing is, Phil talks about shit that he hears about is the difference. But the shit I would physically see going downtown sometimes was fucking wild. Fucking wild, dude. And Phil just sits in his condo and doesn't see anything. And you know what? I would see weird shit. And I did get held up at knife point once here, but it was once, and it happens. And I wasn't a hero, and I just gave the guy my money, and it was done. And I filed the police report. But like, I've actually had shit stolen from me. DSP has not. I have seen and witnessed crimes where I used to live. He just reads about it on the news and on Twitter,
Between Cyberpunk and Stalker 2 is that Cyberpunk was a ginormous title, overhyped for years and years, AAA studio with an insane budget, great track record of games like Witcher 3, and then they put out that just mess, right? Stalker 2 is made by a game studio in Ukraine that literally went to war during game development.
What's up, Ice Yamamoto? Good to see you, brother. It's Stalker 2 is the same once you're out of the prologue. Okay, cool. All right, well, I'll probably play tonight if I have time before I go to bed, if not tomorrow night. So we'll see.
So can you really blame them for the game having a ton of issues? Well, maybe no, but if that's the case,
no. The thing is, I liked where we used to live. I did, and we still find ourselves going there because we're only 20 minutes away. But I liked living there. Like, there's shit to do there. There's culture. There's culture in the cities, man. That's also like an element that DSP misses a lot. Like, there's a lot of culture in fucking in metro areas. Like, go to a museum, go to a park, man. There's a lot of shit to do. It's not all crime, and most people are just minding their own business, trying to live. It's fine.
Yeah. You know what I mean? If it's really that bad, I guess we're gonna judge for ourselves when I play, but we're gonna see firsthand tomorrow what Stalker 2 is all about. Okay.
Okay,
so,
good. We've got some positive Stalker votes.
Listen,
good to hear. Good to hear.
They're not having any issues besides floating guns. Andreas says, I've been playing Stalker 2 all day. It's the best game of the year, in my opinion. Supreme atmosphere, great graphics, and fun gameplay. Oh, okay. But he says bugs, yes, as well. All right, you know what? I'm the kind of guy. I'm not going to judge a game until I play it. Let's do it.
Like Shake Shack and Jack in the Box culture. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, listen, I've had Shake Shack. It's good. Like, it's good. But to me, Shake Shack is, like, honestly, the only Shake Shack we got is the one at the train station. So Shake Shack is the smash burger we grab when we need to catch a train. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You want a hamburger while you're waiting for your train? You go to fucking Shake Shack. It's good. It's tasty. And it's better than other fast food, but it's just a burger, man.
Play tomorrow. Let's see what it is. And hey, if it's good, we'll keep playing it. Keep it in the rotation. We'll find out. Okay? Excellent. All right. So that's what's on the agenda for the week.
So Game Master is asking about Batman lore. He says, in Batman is Gotham City, New York. My understanding has always been that Gotham City was modeled after, it's kind of a hybrid between Chicago and New Jersey. It is on the East Coast, so it's more likely New Jersey. But it is kind of New York like. But if you've been to New York or New Jersey, Gotham gives big Jersey vibes, in my opinion.
Week. Here's the deal. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I will be here, full double streams. So 6 straight streams of gameplay. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
Thursday is American Thanksgiving.
Totally.
American Thanksgiving.
Tran, yep. And you're a Jersey guy, and my family's from New Jersey. My family's from fucking Newark, and every time I used to visit Newark as a kid, I'd be like, this is fucking Gotham City, man. It's Newark. Yeah, like Newark or like parts of Gotham City kind of remind me of Hoboken a little bit, but mostly Newark, right?
I will do one stream, a special podcast that day, where I will show you all the things that
But
I'm
it's
so thankful
basically
for,
Newark.
how amazing this year has been for me and my family, thanks to all of you. Okay, so that's going to be fun. And then it's going to be a day stream of probably some kind of gameplay. Just
Or
like
Patterson,
no nice
yeah.
stream on Thanksgiving because that's the night
Well,
of
you
my life, and I
can
know
you can
especially
probably
American
like Newark, Patterson, Trenton, because Trenton is also yeah. Actually, there's 3 or 4 different New Jersey cities it could be, but Gotham definitely feels like New Jersey to me.
and spend some time together. I'm also going to set up because on Black Friday, which is 1 week from tomorrow, my Christmas festivities begin. I will have a fully Christmas-themed background, new animations on the frame for Christmas, and the whole, over month celebration of Christmas starts on Black Friday.
I remember my grandmother, years ago won like 10 grand on a lottery ticket. And it was a big deal because anything over, I guess in the state of New Jersey, anything over like 3K that you win on a lottery ticket, you have to go to, I think it was Trenton. And it was a big deal that like one of my aunts, my aunt Sue was like, all right, I got to go all the way to fucking Trenton to do this lottery ticket for my mom or whatever. But yeah, dude, Trenton's rough.
We're not sure about this yet. And in fact, I'm waiting to kind of hear back from my wife today, possibly, about what's going on with this. But as of now, and I know this is crazy, it looks like Kat does not have to work on Black Friday. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked. I thought for sure that because she works retail at a busy store, that she was going to have to work Black Friday. But as of now, she's not on the schedule. All right? Now, that doesn't mean that ain't going to change.
Did you guys hear that? Hold on. I want you to listen. I want you to listen to think about what this could mean for Kat's employment, because I have a theory.
I thought for sure that because she works retail at a busy store, that she was going to have to work Black Friday. But as of now, she's not on the schedule. All right?
Bingo, Lean and Ham. Bingo. You mean to tell me that on the busiest shopping day of the year, because Black Friday is the busiest shopping day of the year, a retail clothing store, which should be all hands on deck, you've told Kat to stay home. She is not long for that job.
Doesn't mean that ain't going to change, because retail schedules literally change on the fly, at a whim, at all times, and she might. Because here's the deal. If she has to work Black Friday, I'm going to drive her to work, drop her off, and then I'm going to go pick her up. I'm not going to make her drive and find a parking spot and deal with all of that complete chaos on Black Friday. It is the biggest shopping day of the year physically, meaning brick and mortar, and it's a nightmare. There's been years when she was working and we're driving in a parking lot. You got people who are driving right into each other. We witnessed a car accident right in front of us 1 year.
That's right. You know 2 weeks ahead. It's the law. It's state law in Washington. They have to post your retail work schedule 2 weeks ahead if you're a full-time employee, unless Kat's not a full-time employee. Another theory.
All parking lot, right? So it's pretty crazy. We will see what happens. But if she doesn't work, she doesn't work, and I'll have a full day of streaming. If she has to work, then the day will be interrupted by me taking her to work and picking her up and dropping her off. It depends. We don't know yet. Okay.
Exactly. So Talby, exactly. I've never worked retail, but my girlfriend ran a GNC store for a few years. She was a store manager, and she told me she's like, I have the good people come in on Black Friday, and I have the people. She's nice. She didn't use it. She never speaks a bad word about anybody. My girl is so sweet. She's a good soul, but she would say, I'd have the good workers come in on the good workers, the reliable ones come in on Black Friday, and I'd have the ones that get in the way stay home. Is exactly how she would describe that to me. And Kat strikes me as an individual who would get in the way rather than being useful at work.
Anyway, what we're going to do that day, I think we'll do 2 things. I think on the day stream, we will play Black Ops 6. Get it? Black Friday, Black Ops. That's what we'll call it. We'll call it Black Friday, Black Ops.
Friday, Black
Ops. If you want
Ops.
to see standard multiplayer, and if you want...
God, if he's... I might restream Friday night, because I'm coming home. So, guys, I'm coming home from Thanksgiving on Friday morning. I'm coming home. My girlfriend's not. My girlfriend's family. Get this. Get a load of this, guys. My girlfriend's family does 3 Thanksgivings. Literally 3. 3. So we're going to go to her grandmother's house in New York City. And then she's got 2 Thanksgivings on Long Island that she's going to. But I'm only going to 1. So I'll be home Friday night. So if this dude is streaming Friday night, I'll probably be streaming. Because I got nothing better to do on Black Friday night. I'll be here with the cat. So you guys probably see me stream sometime on Black Friday, depending on when I actually get back.
To be core or hardcore, and it's up to you if you want to see Warzone. Like, I'm down for whatever that day.
Yeah,
Anything
3
Black Ops,
Thanksgivings. It's a lot. It's a lot.
So that'll be the day stream. And then the night stream.
I only
will
have
be
the
DS
bandwidth for
Politics,
one,
because normally
to
it would
be
have been on
honest.
Thursday, but I'm not going to be here on that Thursday night because of Thanksgiving. So instead, we'll do DS Politics on Friday night, and that will be the final stream of that week. So I'll be here Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 4 straight days. And then Thursday's a half day for Thanksgiving, and Friday I'm here all day again. So it's going to be a crazy packed, busy week. Of course, what games can you expect?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I gotta, yeah, merch. I caught that too. He's like, oh, I gotta drop her off, and then I gotta go at the end of the day, gotta pick her up. Yeah, he would rather her not work, to be honest, and it's very clear. He would rather her just stay home 100% of the time instead of 75% of the time, you know?
Expect more Dragon Age the Veilguard, more Bloodborne, more Microsoft Flight Simulator, more fighting games.
Why no? Well, because the thing is, it is a lot of turkey to eat. Because her grandmother does one, and her grandmother is turning 99. So we're going to her grandmother's house. I'm going. I said, I'll go to that one because your grandma's turning 99. But then her 2 aunts on Long Island, they do like multiple Thanksgivings, multiple days. It's a whole big thing. So I'm only going to 1, and then I'm coming back. So
Totally Street Fighter 6 with other characters, and if Stalker 2 is good, you can expect that as well.
No.
Mix of content.
Oh yeah, divorce coin for Phil, not me.
Okay?
I'm not getting
You're making
divorced.
Progress in games. It's going to be a good time. Excellent.
My lady's a keeper. I'm gonna hang on to her. You know how hard it is to find a good lady in this world? It's impossible.
Black Friday Ops instead of Black Ops. How about Black Ops Friday? Black Friday, Black Ops, Black Friday Ops. How about Black Ops Friday? I guess either one.
I have had that theory as well. Because if you look at I don't really have examples, but if you look at Leanna towards the end, like Leanna is a small woman. She's a small and thin woman. But if you look at Leanna towards the end, Leanna was gaining some weight towards the end. And that is with her being relatively health conscious. Like, Leanna was a relatively health conscious type of individual. She was cooking fresh organic food for this schlub. So for her to show signs of getting a little chubby, oh, yep, Sonny, that's a good point. Stress eating. Could be stress. Dude, I'm stress eating the fuck out of some Starbursts, let me tell you. I've been subsisting on Starbursts. They're so good.
There you go. So that's what we're doing this year. No special marathon. Last couple of years, I did special marathons on Black Friday where we did like reacting to advertisements. I feel like that's played out. We did it 2 years in a row, and last year it wasn't that hype. So I think this year we'll just have a nice normal day of double streaming. Okay? Cool. And then we'll be back to having a marathon in Christmas. You know, I always do an annual Christmas event. The Christmas event is hype. The Christmas event, I dress up.
Yeah, dude. Panda had a massive glow up when she got out of the snort fort. Like, she literally, like, that. I can't say this without sounding weird, but when Panda broke away from Phil, she stopped looking like a kid and started looking like a fucking put together grown ass woman. You know? Like, massive glow up. She looks great. She looks happy. Big ups to Leanna.
All kinds of holiday themed sweaters and t-shirts, and I change over the course of the day to wear different ones. I'm drinking all kinds of different liquor over the course of my Christmas marathon.
Oh, Jolly Rancher gummies are,
different
are
things, sometimes holiday
dangerous.
cordials, flavored stuff, sometimes mixed drinks, sometimes hard liquor, sometimes beer. I always do something different, and I vary. I also do a very special Christmas treat test where it'll be something that's like a regional treat, maybe it's candy or
okay. I don't care.
And I try it as like a
I don't care.
on the day.
I gotta skip. I don't care.
It's all the very first time I've never had one, and it's funny because smash burger technique is specific where criteria to do the smash.
I don't want to hear you philosophize about smash burgers. I don't.
Have 100%. All right. So
I don't care.
This is a chain that normally doesn't do it, so it would be fresh. They don't do regular hamburger.
I will say, you really shouldn't eat either on a regular basis, but I do prefer Shake Shack to Jack in the Box. Shake Shack is by far the superior burger place to Jack in the Box, just an opinion.
This is their standard Shack burger. They even have a veggie burger, which is kind of cool. So I guess whatever this is, a portobello crisp fry that they fried and treated. Because what's funny is people in the chat are saying, "Oh, well, there's another one, there's another one." I looked into it; they're not here. They don't do. It's now like I don't think that. Yeah. Okay, it's for ages and now just okay. Okay, not 10. So if I order from here, it's gonna take longer to come, and likely food arrived here, and it,
all right.
Trying to make
Where's the part where he begs for double burgers?
Ordering delivery is expensive.
Here we go.
I'll give you an example.
Here we go.
I'm going to tell you right now.
This is what set me off. Sure.
This
Yeah,
bacon
I
double
can.
sourdough smash
I
jack.
can. Well, Swade. I wasn't planning on doing a politics review on Sunday, but I can. That would be interesting. And especially, you know what? Thank you, Well Swade. That's a good idea because I want to make Sunday a call-in show, and having a call-in segment with the political review would be interesting.
Oh wait, can I? No, it's still breakfast. So I can't see
How's
their
the
lunch
gout, Phil?
Or can I? Yeah, their menu is all screwed up. It's like all breakfast now. I'm trying to see like. Okay, I finally got to their burger.
It's coming. I remember listening to ALT when because he says something that I could not believe for a minute.
We're on their website. Their website says this is $11.99, correct? For this double.
Here we
The actual
go.
cost to order it and get it delivered is $14.99. $14.
That's not that expensive compared to the $150 you've been getting on these streams. $14 is nothing. $14 is less than 10% of the 60 less than 10% of one of the 60 whatever streams. It's a percent of a percent, my man.
99 cents.
It's nothing.
So it's $3.
It's literally pennies to you.
Okay. So no matter what I order from these places, it's going to end up being way more expensive. On top of that, I got to pay tax. On top of that, I got to pay delivery fee, and then
It's $3. And honestly, taxes exist. I'm sorry when people complain about taxes on goods that they buy. Sales tax exists. Move to a state with no sales tax. Move to Maryland. What can I tell you? That's on you. Delivery fees are on you. DoorDash markups are on you. Taxes are on you. That is not the customer's problem.
that I got to tip the driver. So no exaggeration. No matter where I order from, whether it's Jack in the Box or Shake Shack.
Or guess what? So I'll do you one better, Reap. Just make the burger. You know how easy a smash burger is to make? A smash burger is the easiest thing. You get 85-15% lean ground beef. You get some onions, you get some seasoning, you get a good spatula, you get your griddle turned up real nice. You grease the pan and you smash that burger on that fucking pan, and then you toast the bun. It's real easy. It's real easy. Smash burger is one of the easiest things to make yourself. And you can do it for like less than $5 at home. Literally less than $5.
Okay? It's going to be like a $50 order. Now, I have a proposition for everyone.
Here we go.
I have a proposition for everyone. I would be willing
Fuck this guy.
to order from both places. Okay? Both. But if I'm going to order from both places, then obviously I need your buy-in and support. All right? So I'll make you a deal.
No, Epion. What I do is I'll make whatever. Usually when we make hamburgers, I make between 1 and 3 because I'm usually good for 1 to 2, and my girlfriend's usually good for 1. So I'll make like, because I do the cooking around here because I like to cook. But I'll make between 1 and 3 patties, and you know what you do after you form the between 1 and 3 patties that you formed, you cook the rest of the meat. You just cook it. Just cook it. Just cook the rest of the ground beef. Then you can use that for tacos, lasagna, spaghetti with meat sauce, anything that ground beef goes into. Chili, you can use it another day. Later on in the week. Wow. No, dude, you know how I'm not throwing that. I know you guys are joking, but I'm not throwing that shit away. You know how expensive food is? I am not throwing meat away. Never.
I will wheel and deal. All right, as they say.
Oh, meatloaf. You're making me hungry, Sonny.
We hit all the goals through tomorrow, and we also
What's up,
raised,
Agent
over the course
Proper?
of the
No,
three
I don't put it in the
streams,
garbage
an
disposal.
additional 50
I don't
bucks.
have a
Let's say
garbage
today
disposal
we raised
anymore.
150 on this stream.
The
but
condo
raised
we
200
moved
on the
into
late
doesn't have a
stream
garbage
tonight, and then we
disposal.
raise 150 on tomorrow's day stream. As long as we raise the extra 50 bucks throughout the 3 streams, I will order from both, and I will do a
Yeah, just make an
head-to-head
extra burger,
Jack in the
right?
Box
Ice Yamamoto,
versus
just make an
Smash
extra burger. Who cares?
Taste test on DSP Tries It. Excuse me. Jack in the Box versus Shake Shack Smash Burger taste test on DSP Tries It. Okay? A double order. I have
So he needs an extra $150. He needs an extra $150 for another $30 DoorDash order. Literally, because he said an extra $50 for the next 3 streams. So he's asking for $150 for what is going to be between a $20 and $30 extra order. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy, dude.
never done that before in history. Ordering from 2 places at once. Think about this. The drive.
You did. You did, though. Didn't he order from McDonald's and Burger King the same day a few years ago? I remember a stream, and it was early days of the channel, but I remember I was restreaming something, and he had 3 fucking hamburgers. He had 3 fucking sandwiches. What was that? I don't remember what that was. Does anybody remember what that was? But it was early Taken L's days, and I was restreaming something, and he had 3 fucking burgers. What was that day? What was that?
Might actually meet outside my house and have to fight in Mortal Kombat to decide who delivers
This
first.
is dumb. This is stupid.
That would be interesting. I might have to record that. The 2 drivers punching each other out in the street to bring the bag to the door first. Right? All right.
Imagine saying, guys, awesome, great. You've made the reward, but you now have to pay for me to buy the reward. Imagine that. If it were, I say this all the time, if it were anybody else, the whole internet would be like, no, fuck this dude.
So again, to reiterate the deal, so you understand how this works. If I raise the goal on the next 3 streams, which is this stream, tonight's politics stream, and tomorrow's Stalker 2 stream, and I also raise an additional $50 between the 3 streams to cover.
Hell yeah, Iwamoto's got it. They would fight for who gets to spit on the burger first. Hell yeah.
Extra order.
Because it really, like, if you think of that scenario, and this would be like a good like animation or like a radio play, the 2 DoorDash guys show up at fucking Phil's house, and the Jack in the Box guy sees the Shake Shack guy. One of them's got a purple Jack in the Box bag, the other one's got a green Shake Shack bag. And they're like, "What the fuck you doing here?" And then they're like, "I got an order for Phil." They're like, "I got an order for Phil too." And they're gonna be like, "This numbnuts ordered 2 burgers from 2 places. Fuck this guy." And they're gonna fuck with his food.
I will order both. And then we will do a head-to-head taste test. Jack in the Box, smashed sourdough.
That is gross.
versus
J
Shake Shack
Sway B
smashed burger. We're gonna
503.
decide which one, 'cause they have both
Gross.
one. We can pick which one we want to get. Do we want the black
I
truffle?
do not
we just
support
want the
that.
standard, right? Maybe the standard is a little bit more fair. I don't know. But we'll do it.
Yeah, high
All
noon
right?
at the
So only bummer is,
Snort
You know what I
Fort.
actually wanted to do too? I wanted to get 2 shakes. I wanted to compare because Jack in the Box has a holiday shake and Shake Shack has a holiday shake. But you know,
2 shakes is all you get after you're done at the urinal. Just 2 shakes. Anything more than 2 is excessive. If you know, you know.
a shake from Shake Shack is not going to get here intact. It's over half an hour away. It's going to be melted to hell by the time it shows up.
Dude,
So that's
again,
probably not worth it. Right? Like, sadly,
where is? Oh, I don't have it. Make your own milkshake. You know how easy a milkshake is to make at home? I bought a book. Here, let me find it. I bought a book by a guy on YouTube. Let me find it. I bought a book that I'm very proud of buying. It made me seem smart, and it made me feel like an adult buying a book like this. I bought a book called Milkshake Monday. Here we go. Milkshake Monday by David Canham. If you guys know this guy, he's White Elephant on YouTube. I'll find his channel while we're watching. I bought this book. It's got 80 Frosty treat recipes, and they're easy. They cost like no money to make. Like no money to make. You can make yourself a milkshake for like $1.50, $2. It's really easy. You could literally prepare yourself a smash burger meal at home with fries and a milkshake for like $8. Literally $8. And you know what's satisfying? It's really satisfying when you make food yourself. I think the act of consuming food that you have put effort and love and time into preparing is so satisfying. It tastes so fucking good. Like I made pasta with meat sauce, and I made the meat sauce from scratch. I had tomato paste, I had seasoning, I had lemon juice. I made the sauce completely from scratch. That pasta with meat sauce the other day, really fucking good. I still have extra sauce in the fridge because it tastes so good when you make it yourself. And like, I don't think that Phil has ever had the satisfaction of being like, yeah, I spent time and effort and love making this thing, therefore it's good. You know what I mean?
I would love to do that, but that ain't gonna work because it's too far away. But I think this would be amazing.
No, guess what? Guess what? Hey, it's ZP. No sugar. Just lemon juice. Lemon juice. You can add lemon juice and like a little bit of sour cream is kind of like my secret ingredient. The sour cream makes it a little fluffy. But no, you don't need sugar. If you buy good tomatoes, you don't really need a lot of sugar.
All right. So please support the streams today. Hell, if someone wants to go crazy right now and be like, "Hey Phil,
you bread your fries,"
that'll cover this stream and the extra 50, and now all you have to do is cover tonight and tomorrow. Then go for it. Do it. Drop the $200 right now.
I also and NWO News. You're gonna get me talking about cooking and food, which is one of the things that I'm like very easily derailed on. But one thing that I found like in my 30s when we're friends with a bunch of couples, and we have each other over, and it's very sort of satisfying to make food for guests. You know what I mean? Like I have really enjoyed the feeling of like making food, preparing a specific dish. Nope. Caitlin, like chill. Nope. We don't do that. I am a one woman man, and my lady is the same the other way. She is a one man woman. But it is very fun asking people like, hey, we're going to have you over for dinner. What do you want? I'll make something. It's very cool making like the lemon pepper chicken that a friend likes. You know what I mean? And DSP has never quite understood. They're in their early, or Kat's in her mid 30s. Kat's my age. She's 33 or 34, somewhere thereabouts. Kat is in her mid 30s. He is in his early 40s. They should be having dinner with couples around their age. That is just a normal thing. Why? How come they don't? We have dinner with friends of ours all the time. It's fucking fun.
Got the big bomb, $200. Or you can do
role play is okay. Sure.
How many would that be? I'm trying to remember how many that would be. Not 50. 30, 35. I'm trying to think of how many subs that would be over on Kick. Right? It'd be less than 50. Less than 50 subs over on Kick. If you drop to the 50 subs on Kick, I mean, that would just cover it. You know what I'm saying? Or perhaps someone wants to...
Yeah, blue and white paper plates.
Right? There you go. So...
this is off topic, but y'all are talking about swingers. So when you move, people throw furniture at you, right? Like when people figure out you're moving. And people we know gave us a blue velvet queen bed. It's literally like blue velvet. Like it's weird. It looks like it's from porn, right? So we don't have a mattress for it yet, but it's in our guest room down the hallway because we have a guest room now. We've never been in a house where we've got a guest room. We've never had the space, but we have a blue velvet bed. in our guest room. We don't particularly like it, but we're gonna keep it as a guest bed because someone was nice enough to gift it to us. But we've been calling it the porn bed because every time we see it, it just makes us think of like a porn set. You know, it's a nice bed, but you just can't not think of porn. Like my girlfriend and I both independently came to the same conclusion. We're like, this just looks like porn, huh? We're like, yeah, it does.
Let's do it. Let's hit the goal.
I know. It's nuts. We have a guest room. We have a basement. I had to buy a I went to Home Depot the other day and I bought a dehumidifier for my basement. And I bought a toolbox and I bought a drill. I bought a whole bunch of adult shit the other day. It's wild. It's way different living in a house than apartment.
And then let's exceed it by the 50. And let's do a big double order for tomorrow.
Lido. Hello, Lido. How are you?
Head-to-head smash burger taste test live here on DSP Tries It. I would actually very much enjoy that. So let's make it happen. Right?
I know it is. No, it is literally no. So my girlfriend, she knows some of the memes for DSP because like she occasionally will watch these streams back and like I'll show her Phil memes and she actually said the other day adult style house. She was like, "Oh yeah, this is an adult style house," because she knows the style meme. Like she'll say style. Or like if I'm sitting down to do the bills, because I'm the man of the house. I make sure that everything gets paid. When I'm crunching numbers to do the bills, she said, "Oh, you're working on the 2 big bills over there." I'm like, "Well, there's more than 2, but yeah, I'm working on the 2 big bills over there." So she knows. She knows.
It happens. So it would be 40 subs. If someone wants to drop 40 subs over on Kick right now,
40
that
subs.
Would cover this stream, that would cover the extra.
Holy shit!
Right. There you go. Big Papa Phil says DSP's Fast Food Wars series.
Imagine.
Plans. That would be cool. The Smash Burger War.
Smash
Burger War. And Shake Shack, the dedicated
I'm trying to be responsible.
Box, the place that literally just started doing it. Who will be the better
Smash
Burger? We won't know till tomorrow, but we got to get the support going. Bono's Tecmo says, is Sonic near you? They have Smash Burgers. Yes, but we ordered Sonic before, and it showed up ice cold and completely wrong. So sadly, I think that the Sonic that delivers here is terrible.
Why would you DoorDash from Sonic? It's a drive-up place. It's a literal drive-up place with ladies on roller skates that serve you hamburgers. Why? Wait, did I miss that entire? He DoorDash Sonic? The whole point of Sonic is you drive there and they put the tray on the window and you eat it. Never mind. No, never mind. Yeah, no, I know he's lazy, but like, so we had a Sonic. There was a Sonic about. Well, I guess right now it'd be 40 minutes north of our house now. It used to be 20 minutes north of our. It's 20 minutes north of our old apartment. We had a Sonic, and the only time we would go to Sonic is if we were like passing by on our way somewhere, and we're like, "Yeah, you want it?" Because Sonic is quick, and you just you eat it in your car, and it's kind of fun. Well, you DoorDash it. That's your fault that it's bad, dude. What are you doing?
You're right. The double Sonic Smasher. They have it. Double Sonic Smasher. 2 Angus beef. Seasoned patties, smashed and seared, crispy on the edges, juicy in the middle.
Yeah, Iwamoto, maybe. I mean, I listen, I'm going to confess, I don't leave the house nearly as much as I should. And with this big ass house we moved into, I'll probably go outside less. But occasionally, a few times a week, I feel the urge to go outside and drive somewhere and go somewhere. He has none of that. Like, I understand if you want to stay in the house because it's comfortable, but like every few days, I can't. My brain kind of tells me like, yeah, maybe maybe it's time, dude. Maybe go to the library or whatever.
Layered with 2 slices of melty American cheese, a creamy tangy smasher sauce, crinkle cut pickles, diced onions served on a pillowy soft potato bun. Yeah. It just sucks because when I ordered it, it was terrible. It really was. It was legit bad.
Yeah, that's right. He literally feels like, Fred Fox is going to disguise himself as like one of those car hop ladies, and it's going to be Fred Fox there, and he's going to be handing Phil French fries, and he's going to be like, "How's the gout, Phil?" And then yeah, sure.
And the thing is, I think the head-to-head taste test would be better if you get it from the place that's dedicated versus the place that just started doing it. Sonic also just started doing it, so it makes more sense.
You have a baby palate. Who cares about, like, does he not understand that, like, nobody cares about his food takes, and the only value of his food takes is to listen to how stupid and retarded they are and watch him painfully eat? Because his teeth are fucked up. And, like, listen, I'm someone whose teeth are fucked up, who I do not have the best dental health at all. I've had severe gingivitis in the past. My shit is fucked up, but his shit is super fucked up, dude. So the only value is your bad food takes and your painful bites. So who cares about the taste test?
To do the head-to-head of one versus, if I just did, imagine if I did Sonic versus Jack in the Box, I could do that, but they both just started doing it, right?
What time? Wait,
Yeah,
what time
do that.
does the
You can actually
tractor
do that.
beam start?
Sonic versus
I
Jack
got
in the
it.
Box
Might be.
instead. We could do
I
that
got to
too.
redirect you
We can
guys to
definitely
them.
do that too. But I don't want to do 3.
Hold
We can
on.
do 3.
I'm gonna check.
Then I'd have to request an additional $100.
I was not expecting to get stuck on this
You know?
as much as
So
I did.
I'd have to say we have to raise an additional $100 in addition to the regular goal. All right, you see? So there you go. We have a triple taste test. Sonic versus Jack in the Box versus
Detractor
Smash
beam is
Burger.
live at
Excuse
8:30.
me, I got it
Okay,
wrong again.
I'm gonna
Sonic
redirect
versus
you
Jack in
guys
the
there.
Box
That makes
versus Shake
sense
Shack. Triple Smash Burger challenge.
because my lady's coming home soon and I need to eat. So
Oh boy.
I will get you guys
So who's
over
gonna
there
do it?
right at
Who's gonna
8:30.
drop a giant super chat. Who's going to deliver a large tip? And who is going to gift a bunch of subs to make this
I don't think
happen?
they're doing
Never before
politics.
have I ever offered such an insane incentive
Visible
opportunity.
dimwit.
You have not one, not two, but 3
I think they're
burgers
doing
here
anything
together
else but
on this show.
but
That's
politics.
insane, right? It's absolutely wild and nuts.
I don't know. I usually
Your
watch
account is
their
in the negative,
VODs
Cobra
Friday
DFS real,
morning.
Go get a job, work, earn money, and then contribute, and then I can do this. That's how it works. You understand?
All right, here we go. Got to listen to that again. Listen carefully.
On this show. That's insane, right? It's absolutely wild and nuts. Your account is in the negative, King Cobra JFS real, well, then go get a job, work, earn money, and then contribute, and then I can do this. That's how it works.
You have quite literally come on stream at the start of a stream and said, guys, my account's in the red. I've been hit with overdraft fees. I need your help. Literally, he's done that. He has literally said, I need your help. Both of my checking, and he has said both of my checking accounts. Two accounts were overdrawn. He's come on a stream and he's either said, my accounts are overdrawn or my PayPal's in the red. So I need your support. And now he's telling this guy, I granted, this King Cobra JFS reel is probably a troll, and that's probably what he's thinking. But troll or not, like I am of the mind, and like, listen, it's the internet. You shouldn't assume the best in people, but there's a way to navigate this where you can deal with trolls without alienating the people that might be real. You know, like DSP's worst I'll say quirk. His worst quirk when running a stream is he assumes everyone is fucking with him. And you know what? He's right, because, and I said this on Twitter, I don't know, either this morning or yesterday morning. Darkseid to Phil clipped something and he posted it about, you know, Adam's exit. Oh, Adam's not on stream anymore. He can't give money, so the streak's probably going to be over. What I replied to that tweet was, the best way to fuck with Phil is to give him money and then stop giving him money. You know what I mean? Because God, he loves you. He loves you when you first start giving him money, but he's like a wild animal. He's like a raccoon in the backyard, right? The raccoon comes up to you and you're like, "Oh, okay, cool. You're cute and furry. I'm gonna give you some food, right?" So you give the little thing some food, but then it depends on you, and then it resents you for not feeding it. That's DSP. So DSP, out of fear and resentment, will almost always, or I would say always, alienate his whales and his dolphins and the rest of his tippers, because he's never quite sure who is a true believer and who's a troll, because there's no way to know. Yeah. So Repsy, I think that's a LARP. I think that's a LARPer. I think so too. But maybe I'm just cautious because there's been LARPers in Taken L's chat. Like there's LARPers everywhere. But I tend to treat everybody nicely. I tend to just treat everybody nicely and kind of ignore and time out the people who are spurging, you know, where Phil is engaging directly with a troll, but he's being an asshole in the way that he engages directly with a troll. So it makes him look bad. You know what I mean? Like John and Howard said it best. He has problems with damage control, and like dealing with trolls on your stream is an aspect of damage control, but I find the way to deal with trolling on stream, because anybody that posts on the internet will have trolls, be nice as long as you can, and when it's no longer time to be nice, you know, consider a timeout or a ban, but don't make a thing of it.
You understand?
Yeah, and this fucking grin, this fucking smile right here. He's like, I just won. No, you still look like a fucking asshole, because you, Mr. Hashtag Save the House, is literally begged to save your house rather than getting a job, because I don't care what anyone says. What Phil does is not a job. I'm not going to say that streaming or online content creation can't be a job. It can be. But the way Phil does it, it's not a job. It's an expectation of money. There's a difference. A job or work implies, yes, the duper's delight smile. Or I had a communications professor. I studied communications in college. That was my major, with a specialty in radio, TV, and film. But I had a communications principal professor that used to call this the zygomatic smile, because when people do this little duper's delight smile, they look like a little baby. They look like a little kid that's gotten away with something. And that's exactly what this is. He's like, yeah, I fucking won. I showed that troll. But it's like, dude, you still lowered yourself to that level. You still made yourself the asshole. Like, what are you talking about?
All right. My stream's no place to talk about your negative.
Yeah, JSwayB 503. He demands fealty. It's not even patronage. He demands fealty. It goes a level different. It goes a level deeper. It's like in John Wick 2 and 3 when everybody's getting on their knees to Angelica Houston and she's saying, like, you know, I demand fealty, and John Wick says, I will serve and be of service. You know, he wants that. He literally wants that. He wants people to give fealty to Phil, whether that be adoration, financial contributions, free editing labor, free thumbnails. He believes in fealty to Phil, and it's disgusting.
Embarrassing. Keep that information to yourself and go earn some money. Anyway. All right.
That fucking laugh.
Wow, what a segment.
And you know what?
The
laugh sounds even worse with the filters. It would sound less bad if the filters didn't partially cut off the beginning and end of the laugh, but it's 10 times more grating the way his gates are configured on his mic.
Totally went a different direction than I expected. I thought we were just going to pick one, but now I'm making offers to do 3. For the record, if we just hit the 3 goals, we're going to order from 1.
Think about that. I thought we were just going to pick 1. But now I can con you guys into having potentially 3 orders. 3 orders!
We just got to decide which, okay? If we do make additional money, I will do.
Yeah, Chronicles of Riddick, underrated movie. Say what you want about Vin Diesel, but the guy can act. The guy can really act. And Chronicles of Riddick, it's a weird, dumb movie, but it's one of his best performances by far.
But we have to hit it. I'm not going to do it, you know. I just raised $40,000. I'm just kidding.
Sure
My
is.
first tip of the day just came in. It's a $7.77
Sure is, Caitlin.
tip.
Squawks are terrible.
Anon, who says, best of luck with this goal. Thank you to Irish Anon. I appreciate that. That's our first tip of the day. Get the animation going.
Oh, I just understood what your name means. Okay.
Now it's like barely
I gotcha.
work.
I see you, Caitlin. I see you.
Thank you to Irish Anon for the first tip of the day. Keep in mind, guys, there's incentives for this very stream.
Or
Whoever's the biggest
Catlin.
contributor.
I keep
when we
saying
start Flight
Caitlin,
Sim,
but
gets to choose our
Catlin.
first flight where we're going. Right now, the biggest contributor is Irishanon with a $7.77 tip.
Oh, hell yeah. Chronicles of Riddick, way better than the... Hell yeah. Way better than the Fast and the Furious. The Fast and the Furious is an anime at this point. It's not even about racing. It's... Fast and the Furious is a less good Avengers right now.
Who's going to be the biggest contributor? Who's going to give some subs or memberships? Who's going to do a big super chat and pick our first flight?
It is Game Master. It is. Pitch Black is the real movie.
Location. Right?
And actually, the real sequel to Pitch Black is Escape from Butcher Bay. And the real sequel to that is Assault on Dark Athena, 2 games that are almost impossible to play now. Amazing games, by the way.
Why are we not playing Super Vive today? Because no one knows what the hell that is or what you're talking about. What the hell is Super Vive? Never even heard of it. Can I fly over Hawaii? Yeah, if the top contributor requests it, we very much can fly over Hawaii. What's up, Game Boy? How are you today? Welcome to the stream. Okay. So
I'm not surprised. Isn't everything filmed in South Australia? I feel like everything is.
One more segment for the show. Jesse says, I wonder if they have a universal park that is being built. You know, I guess the question is, how old is the satellite data? I don't know. It's a good question. If you
It's
remember,
Bing
when we did
Maps,
Flight Sim,
dude.
the last
It's
one,
Bing Maps.
when we went
Who
over it,
cares?
They had outdated satellite data at a
Who
park that was
cares?
the old park layout, and people were confirmed that had changed and the park had been updated and it didn't look like that anymore. So I wonder. That's a good question. Jay says, can we go to Minnesota? Perhaps we can go to Minnesota at some point. Yeah. I wonder what there is to look at in Minnesota. Hopefully some good stuff. I think you mentioned a couple zoos and stuff. Darth Fig just did a $5 super chat. Meant to bring this up on the last stream. I'm disappointed another Crab's Treasure didn't get nominated for anything. Yeah, Darth Fig, those the game journalists who vote and nominate for the Game Awards, they don't actually play.
Yeah, it's an excellent tie-in game, like flawless tie-in game.
And the truth is that probably almost none of them even knew that another Crab's Treasure existed because they're journalists. They're not gamers. If they were gamers, they probably would have known about it and played it. But they're journalists.
No, but gamers don't finish games. I don't finish games. I'm trying to think of the last game I fucking finished. Star Wars Outlaws? Yeah. I think Star Wars Outlaws was the last game I technically finished. What's up, dude? What's up, Atlas? Yeah! You're a Riddick guy? Hell yeah, Atlas. Good to see you, brother.
And that's why
we're going to be ending in a couple minutes.
You see? But that's what we use to actually judge the Game Awards, which is why that they don't matter.
Oh yeah, Space Marine 2. Yeah, you were there. You were there, Misery Merchant. How did I forget? It was Space Marine 2 because you were factually there. That's right.
Bono Stemo says, you are very good at what you do. I salute you. I salute you back, Bo. Thank you for the compliment.
How did I memory
right,
hold that? That was like several weeks that we played Space Marine 2.
Felix DeMay said, I missed a resub. I'm sorry, Felix. Thank you. He says, listen, forget tipping the drivers. You have to tip the drivers. When you're doing delivery, when you're ordering delivery.
Fuck those Uber drivers.
Number one,
fuck them.
You can order and not
Don't tip them.
Well, good luck getting a driver to pick up your order. Because remember, it's optional. There's no requirement that a driver get your order. So if you're ordering and you're not putting a tip on there, what's to make that driver have incentive to pick up your order, right? They do make a very small base fee from each delivery that they do, but it's not a full hourly pay. Only very few states do that. There's a couple states that pass laws where they do have to get paid hourly, but most do not.
Excuse me.
Game Boy says, I know it's a little early, but you can
Game Boy,
series
there he
best
is.
moments of the year, stuff like interviews, best game moments, casino appearances, etc. Perhaps, if people have ideas for that, like for example, maybe what we should do over the course of December is have a thread where people can submit their favorite stuff that I did this year, and then I could take. Those
oh my god!
Like
I missed this bit. Yeah, we can do a yearly roundup. But people will have to tell me. People have to tell me what's good, what's best. Why don't you highlight some of your best moments? Oh, that's right, because you don't know. This is the secret to DSP. He doesn't know why people watch him. He's never understood why people watch him. If he understood why people watched him, he could do this himself.
End of the year, maybe like the last week or first week of the next year, and we can say, the year in review 2024.
My hair's a mess. I need a fucking haircut. Right? I just looked over at my OBS monitor. Holy shit!
Maybe we will.
I'm getting a haircut Saturday morning.
No, I don't have a PlayStation Portal, Illit. Would I make a Hall of Fame if someone tips enough to hit those tiers to order the burgers?
Exactly.
What? No, I don't have a contribution.
Renowned food critic.
There are some places that track it, like Ticket Auto tracks gifted subs, so you can see who the biggest contributors are there, but no, I don't formally track contributions. Would I ever set a goal to do a Cooking with the King? No. I don't.
No.
Explain. Allow me to just reiterate. And again, this is not anything negative towards anyone. I'm not.
All right, dudes. Before he gets into this segment, I'm going to send you by to the Detractor Beam kids. From what I know, they are not going over DS Politics. So in my next stream, Sunday morning, I will have DS Politics roundup with a call-in show with call-in segments. I'll be able to take calls from you whether you're on Discord or not. So if you're not Discord capable, fear not. I have a non-Discord method where you'll be able to be on the show. So come back Sunday morning. I plan on starting around 9 a.m. Eastern US. Big ups everybody. Enjoy your time at Detractor Beam, and I'll see yous later. Hold on. I'm really bad at this outro part. I'll play you a merch song. No, I'll play you do-do-dos, and then I'll redirect you to Detractor Beam. But big ups, everybody.
Understand that it's been tough. You know, my life has been tough. Okay, it has. I'm sorry that I'm tearing up like a baby. All the shit that happened to me, and all the stress and the mental shit that I go through on a daily basis. Sometimes. On a daily basis. Stress. Sometimes. On a daily basis.